Welcome MOTU fans to another Third Earth Reviews toy review, and today I'll be reviewing the Masters of the Universe Revelation Faker from Mattel. So before we take a look at our figure, let's take a look at the packaging. Faker comes in the new Revelation themed open window box, and although it does fully showcase the figure and all of his accessories, I'm not a huge fan of the barcode being on the top right corner of the box. On the back of the box there is a fantastic illustration of our character, a short bio, as well as the other figures sold separately. As I have said before, I'm not a huge fan of the Revelation toy line sculpts. I find that the figures' heads typically look a bit too small for their overall appearance, and I'm not a fan of their facial sculpts and expressions. However, I do really enjoy how Mattel handled the robot parts showing through the fake flesh, and this figure is an interesting take on Faker, although I am still very partial to the vintage blue Faker from the original Masters of the Universe toy line. The robotic parts of Faker have a shiny metallic bluish silver paint deco, and it does give this figure an eye-catching overall appearance, so he will stand out in your MOTU collection. The rest of the sculpted details for his arm guards, loincloth, and boots are the same for the previous released He-Man figure. In addition to his slightly too small of a head sculpt, I'm not a fan of the thigh swivel since it does look a bit odd when the thigh muscles are out of line. I do wish that Mattel would have made the swivel at his hips to avoid this issue. For the most part, his paint deco is clean, but I do have a few minor excess paint smudges on his chest and some sloppy painted details for his arm guards. Faker is fully articulated. His head is on a ball joint so he can look up and down as well as left to right. His arms have the same ball-like joints so they can move up and down as well as out to the side. There are swivels at his biceps, standard bends at his elbows, and rotation and bends for his wrists. Faker has a rocker in his chest so he can do the ab crunch as well as rock side to side. He can also rotate at the waist while his legs can move forwards, backwards, and out to the side, but there is some limitation due to the sculpt of his loincloth. He has a swivel at the thigh, standard bends at his knees, and rotation on his boot cuts, while his ankles can move up and down as well as side to side. Faker does come with several different accessories. He has 2 different removable armors, a sword, a shield, 2 alternate head sculpts, and alternate hands. The first armor is the exact same accessory as the previous released Revelation He-Man figure, while the second armor is an upgraded version of his 1980s armor and is made up of a shiny orange plastic. The sword does have the same mold as the previous released Power Sword, but does have an orange handle, while the shield is the exact same accessory. Faker does come with a He-Man head sculpt, as well as a complete robot head sculpt. The He-Man head sculpt is slightly different than the previous released Revelation He-Man figure, as it does have red eyes and a slightly different facial expression, while the robot head sculpt is completely new and is made up of the same shiny bluish silver plastic that we saw with the rest of the figure. For anyone interested in getting one of these figures for yourself, Faker can be found in stores like Target or Walmart, or online at sites like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. He typically retails between $30 and $35. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe so you can check out all my other reviews. I will have another MOTU review up in the near future, so until then, this has been Third Earth Reviews.